Hello and welcome. How many of you in an airsoft battle, or if you're a nerfer, you'll understand how this goes as well, or any other similar activity, sport, hobby, whatever you want to call it. So if you're an airsofter and you're in an airsoft battle, how many of you guys absolutely love it when you're going out with your gun and you're going boom, 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 boom? You're not going that because that doesn't actually do anything in the battle, but I'm doing sound effects because I'm not actually going to shoot my airsoft gun indoors for obvious reasons. How many of you guys like it when it doesn't work and it's constantly failing on you? If you absolutely love that and you love not being able to shoot and you have like one player there and one player there and they're all shooting at you and you're behind this little tree or something and your gun is not working and you love that feeling, you love not being able to shoot back and you love losing, then this video is not for you. Something has happened to me regularly on airsoft fields. There is always somebody or some people who have problems with their airsoft gun. Something does not work, something breaks, something jams. You name it, they have problems. Here is a suggestion for you. When you go to buy a gun, buy a good one. Don't just buy for looks, buy for quality. A lot of people, when they go to buy an airsoft gun, either they will say, I am only going to spend $150. Not very realistic. Or there'll be other people that will say, this gun looks so cool, I want to buy it. And they ignore the specifications, they just focus on looks. And then there are some people who will be like, I don't want to do my research, I will just buy the first one I see. That does not work always well either, unless you're very lucky, and that does not usually work. I've had a lot of people ask me, what gun should I get as my first airsoft gun? Or what gun should I get because my gun keeps breaking? Here's my answer, and I'm not sponsored by the manufacturer. They have not sent me this gun. I bought this with my own money, and this is what I regularly use for airsoft. It's the G&G Combat Machine Raider, the high FPS version. Now, I have not recently been able to find the low FPS version, so there's that. If you do have a good spot to get the low FPS version, can you leave it in the comments down below in case someone is looking for the low FPS version? The thing is, this is what's classified as an AEG, automatic electric gun. This hop-up unit is one of the advantages I like about this gun. Unlike a lot of other guns I've seen people use on an airsoft field, especially those who are trying to stay in a similar budget, they have a problem with the hop-up like self-adjusting during the battle. It's more of like a slider version of a hop-up, and it causes them to jam and to fail. This hop-up unit has had zero issue with that. This gun you can get for just under $200. I mean, like just under $200 without the battery and battery charger. This is what you get in the package. What you need to get separately is a battery and a smart charger. Now you're gonna need a plan in your budget that you can afford the battery and the charger as well when you get the gun, because otherwise you'll be sitting there with a gun you can't use. Now if you have any budget left after you purchase the gun, I'd get a second battery and a second mag. Now there's another type of mag out there than this type, than the classic high cap. It's called a flash mag. I don't have one right now. I want to get one. But I've heard a lot of good things about the flash mags because you just pull a cable, more like a string, and load it that way versus having to spin this so many times. Okay, we're going into the pro and con section. It's a metal and polymer design, not a full polymer, and it's not a full metal design. It's a pro. Why? Because it's lighter. If you can get the same specifications with a lighter body, the easier it is for you to move around the airsoft field, and the longer you can move around an airsoft field, which then can result into more games played and more victories won. The next thing I want to point out is it's FPS. 400 FPS, around 400 FPS is awesome. I have not actually put this through a chronograph myself. Eventually would love to, but hey, it's been a great gun and it's definitely performed well. The third pro is its range. I've been able to hit people at about close to about American football field, if you're familiar with how big that is, from one side to the other. This was outdoors with some hilly terrain. I had a little bit of elevation, but they also had a little bit of elevation. I don't know how that all stacked up, but hey, it works. It has really good range in my opinion. The next big pro is its durability. I have not gone around smacking things with it like I think it's a hammer, but it has been dropped a few times, or I've accidentally slid down a hill holding it and it's been whomped a few times during that time, so it's held up great. Unfortunately, with everything, even with an awesome pro list, there is usually some form of con, and we're going to go over that right now. But before we do that, you can hit the subscribe button so you can keep up with our content as we put it out, and we'll see you on some other content. What are the cons to this gun? Well, I'm going to start off with kind of like the stupidest, least big reason con, and that is, well, this doesn't do anything. Some guns, it will open here for your hop up. This doesn't do that. What I believe is also called the forward assist. It does nothing as well on this, no feature. But hey, that's that's nothing really too important. Just kind of more of like a cosmetic or coolish kind of feature to it. The next thing is where you access the battery, which the battery sits right here. And how you do that, I don't know if you can see it, but there's these little tabs. They're actually little, like, I don't know, connection point to connect in to remove the battery door. And during airsoft battle, this is really hard if you start running out of battery to take that off. But you have to remove this part too, which is not bad at all. And then you can put your battery in here. But this back battery door is really hard to open. The last and greatest con to this gun is it's one of its greatest features and greatest pros, and that is its FPS. The problem with the high FPS is that some fields do not allow high of an FPS on their field, especially if it's an indoor field. So before you go and buy an airsoft gun, check where you're going to play for their field requirements. If you're going to be playing with a bunch of friends on a lot of land, this is awesome. If you're going to be playing on an outdoor field, most likely this is going to be awesome, and you're going to have a lot of fun. If you're going to be playing on an indoor field, this may not be the best choice for you. I think that covers my thoughts on this gun. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I would look forward to seeing you in future videos. And before I go off this video, I want to say one other thing. I have not tried other guns by G&G. Based on what I've seen from this, I would guess that they have pretty good quality for their other guns and durability and all that type of stuff. So if you're looking for a shorter range, lower FPS gun, maybe try theirs out, but I don't know. I have not tried their guns myself other than this one. Hope this helps. If you have questions and if I can answer them, I'll try to answer them. Put them in the comments down below. Please hit the thumbs up button if you found this helpful or anything like that, and subscribe so I can see you in future videos. Stay tuned and see you later. I didn't really jump off the chair.